Good evening and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Navin, and today we will continue with our TISSNET series. So we will be doing logical reasoning questions for TISSNET exam, and today is part 3 of that session. So uh, let's straight away jump over to the questions. So this is the first question that we have. Study the following table and answer the questions that follow. The table shows the details of various sections of a library. Books need to be repaired due to two reasons: pages of books missing and covers of books missing. Total number of books to be repaired is equal to number of books with pages missing plus number of books with covers missing. So this sum of covers and pages missing books, that will give us how many books they need to be repaired. So we are given a table where the first column talks about section, as in which type of books are we talking about. The next column is subdivided into three columns where we have total number of books, books to be repaired in percentage, and number of books with pages missing. So should we go ahead and fill up the table, or should we look at the questions before? It all depends on what kind of questions we have. So if we have a question which is like this, the first question. So if it is talking about a specific section, then we do not have to necessarily calculate everything beforehand. But if we have a question where we need everything, so it's better that you fill up the table beforehand. Okay, so first question doesn't really require, because it talks about science section. Next one talks about novels. The next one talks about magazine. And the last one talks about sports section and magazine section, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we really don't need any, there is nothing wherein we have to fill the table. So total number of books is 450, whose 40%. What is 40% going to be? So can we say 10% is 45? So 20% will be 90. So 40% is going to be 180, right? For novels. Right now we are asked about the science section. If the number of books with covers missing is 52, then what is the number of books with pages missing? So we are given that 20% of 560 books, which is going to be 112 books, right? So 20% of 560 books, which is 112 books, they need to be repaired. And out of these 112, if it is given that the covers missing is 52, so that means the remaining would be pages missing, and pages missing should be the remaining 60, right? 52 plus 60 is 112. So pages missing books are going to be 60. Right? Okay. Let's see how many of you have answered this. Right, Pranjal, right, Anshul? Anshul, how well have you prepared about general awareness, as in current affairs, especially with the chat GPT, or let's say the current scenario happening in Europe, or what about the war scenario between Russia and Ukraine? How it is impacting the global economy. What about IMF giving out, bailout scenario? Not bailout, it's loan to Pakistan. What is currently happening in Sri Lanka? Okay, so you should be knowing about all of this, because they might ask you, especially the things that are currently happening, they ask you about more that. And if you are a fresher, they will ask you a lot from your acads. Okay. And if you are working, then they are going to ask you about your work, the kind of job you have and the kind of responsibilities you have in your company. Okay, so depending upon where you stand, they're going to ask you about those. Okay, let's move to the next question. What is the number of books with covers missing in the novel section? So in the novel section, can we say we have a total of 40% of 450, which is 180 books total that needs to be replaced. Out of 180, if there are 102 with pages missing, then covers missing is going to be remaining 78, right? So that's what the question has asked us. Covers missing in the novel section, how many books are there? So it's going to be 78. Right? Pretty easy. Okay. Next one, in the magazine section, that is the third one, if the number of books with covers missing is 12. So books missing, pages missing, books with pages missing is 108 and covers missing is 12. So that means this is a total of 120. And if this 120 is 40% of something, right? Then what would be the total number of books in this section? So 40% of 120, so what should be 100%? It should be definitely 300, right? 300 ka 40% 120 hota na? So the total number of books in the magazine section is going to be 300. Pretty simple, straightforward questions. Okay. Right, good Pranjal, good Shilpa. Next question. The ratio of the number of books with pages missing in the magazine section. So they are talking about magazine section and number of books of pages missing. This is 108. The ratio of that number with the books with covers missing in the sports section. Sports section mein covers ka miss hona. That is in the ratio 3:1. So if 3 denotes 108, so this should covers missing will denote 1/3 of 108, which is 36. Now, 15% of 280. So 10% of 280 is going to be 28. 5% is going to be 14. 28 plus 14 is 42. So we have a total of 42 books that needs to be repaired. Out of these 42 books, if 36 books in sports section, they have covers missing, तो page missing वाले कितने होने चाहिए? The remaining 6, right? So 6 is what we'll have. Number of books with pages missing in sports section will be 6. Okay, next one. If 40% of books must be repaired in the fiction section. So this is 40%. So 40% of 400 means this is going to be 160. Total 160 books have to be repaired, out of which 82 are about pages missing. So covers missing के कितने हो जाएंगे? The remaining, which will be 78. So question is, what is the number of books with covers missing in that section? 78. Okay, a new question. Looks like it's a question related to directions because I can see 90 degrees clockwise, 135 degrees anti-clockwise, west. ये words, phrases दिख रहे हैं. So can you please tell me the answer for this? So Sana is facing west, turns 90 degree clockwise, and then 135 degrees anti-clockwise. 135 degrees will be 90 degrees plus 45 degrees. So 90 degrees anti-clockwise will mean she will move 90 degrees back. She is facing towards the west, and 45 degrees would mean she is going to be moving 45 degrees further in the anti-clockwise. So right now her direction sense is going to be this. Since this is your north, this is your west. Question is, which direction is she facing now? So this is going to be obviously southwest. Right? Because this is going to be south. South or west के बीच में है, so the answer is going to be southwest. Delta? Good, Yashashvi, Chinmay, Shilpa, Naman, Sumit. Good, good, good. Everyone has answered it. Pretty simple question. Next, looks like question related, this question is related to clocks. So what is the angle between the minute and the hour hand of a clock at 9:30 a.m.? So the formula is angle between the hands is given as 30 degrees into hour minus 5.5 degrees into minute ka pura mod. So do we know the value of h as in hour ka? Haan, 9 minus 5.5 degrees into m. Do we know m ki value? Right, it's 30. So this is going to be 270 degrees minus 55 into 3, which is 165 degrees. This will result in 165 plus 100 is 265. 265 plus 5 is 270. So that is 100 plus 5, 105 degrees. Bravo. Okay, good, Pranjal. Good, good. Next one. A is 8 meters to the south of B. So again, this is another question related to directions. So we have B and then we have A, and they are at a gap of 4 meters where A is to the south of B. Next, C is 8 meters to the west of B. So C is 8 meters to the west. So C इधर को होगा. D is 12 meters to the south of C. So D is 12 meters to the south of C. So D is going to be here. 12 meters means 4 meters, 4 meters, 4 meters. That is 12 meters. Why I have taken it at 4 meters? Because ये 4 meters था. So this point is going to be exactly in front of it, right? That's why I have broken down 12 meters into 3 4 meters. Next is 12 meters to the east of D. So 12 meters would mean 8 meters and 4 meters. So this is where E is, 12 meters to the east of D. Now question is, in which direction is A with respect to E? With respect to E means you have to go and stand at E and try to find out in which direction is A going to be. Since A is with respect to E between north and west, so northwest. Right, Lalit. Right, Shilpa. Good. Bravo. Okay. Find the missing term in the series. So this is a question on series, odd one out, sequences in series, arithmetic progression. It could be any, right? Okay. So we have 4, 8, 24, 96, 2, 8, 8, 0. What is happening? So see, the values are increasing drastically, right? So either see the difference or see the multiplier. So we can see that 4 into 2 is 8 and 8 into 3 is 24 and 24 into 4 is 96. Going by this logic, we should have 96 into 5 and that into 6. If this works out, the logic is fine. What is 96 into 5? Now 96 into 10 is 960. 96 into 5 will be half of 960, which should result in 480. Is 480 into 6 2880? So 48 into 5 is 240 plus 48 is 240 plus 48 288 and a 0. So yes, this makes perfect sense. Delta becomes your answer. You can also look at the differences. They will also be in one format or in one pattern or the other, right? Another one from the same topic, sequences in series. In the following question, select the missing number from the given alternatives. So we have 2, 12, 30, question mark, 72, 90. So what is happening? Right, Naman? Right, AJ? 2 से 12, 12 से 30, 30 से what, 72 to 90. What is happening? So if you try to find out the difference, this is an increase of 12. This is an increase of 10. This is an increase of 18. We don't know the change. We don't know the change. And then there is an increase of 18. Right? So it doesn't look like the change is kind of constant, है ना? तो कुछ और सोचना पड़ेगा. So if you have practiced functions in algebra, or let's say sequences in series in algebra, you should always remember this series. 2 is 1 into 2, 12 is 3 into 4, 30 is 5 into 6, 72 is 8 into 9, and 90 is 9 into 10. Okay. So, 9 gets repeated, right? I can't say 1 into 2 and 2 into 6. anything else, because there is some issue, because we have 9 repeated, and if I take this as 7 into 8, so 8 gets repeated. So in the first 3 terms, nothing gets repeated. There is no number common in the product. In the next 3, we have, one number common if we take consecutive terms. So should we go with this? 72 एक्स्ट्रा है. लग रहा है कि कुछ गड़बड़ है ना? Or maybe the next term should have been 90, and after 90 the next term should have been 132. That is 11 into 12. So 72 यहाँ problem create कर रहा है. So actually if we erase this, this one will make sense, right? And since we have 56, it makes sense. Worst case, we will have to go option by option, put in the values from each option and see if the pattern makes sense. So if I put 44, it's going to be an increase of 14, and 44 to 72, that's an increase of 28. No, not working out. If we take 56, that's what we'll get. If we put 60, so that will be an increase of 30 and 12 and 18. That will not make sense. If I put 66, that will further not make sense. So only 56 makes sense. Okay, next one. Select the option that is related to the third number in the same way as the second number is related to the first number. So how are they related? 2611 is to 51 is same as 5051 is to what? Long-term investing or trading, which one is good for youngsters? Vijay, it depends. If you are looking to be rich and if you want your kids to be rich, not necessarily you to be rich, but your kids and your next generations to be rich, and if you do not want to take a lot of risk because you have got other commitments, you have got work, you have got family, then long-term investment is what you should go after. But if you are looking at quick increase in whatever money you have with a lot of risk, then you should go after trading. And अभी जो सीन चल रहा है ना मार्केट का, इसमें बहुत रिस्क है ट्रेडिंग का, right? Okay. So 2611 and 51, how are they related? So 51 square is going to be how much? 2601 होता है ना, plus 10. So if this is going to be 2611. Similarly, if I take 5051 and from there, if I want to solve this, this is what I'll be writing, 5041 plus 10. Now 5041 is square of which number? We are pretty sure that 75 square will not end in 1, 48 square will not end in 1. So 52 square will not end in 1. केवल 71 ही करेगा ना? 71 square will end in 1. Anyway, 71 square is 5041 if you solve it. ठीक है? So 71 makes sense. Good. Everyone is correct? Chalo. Nice. If A denotes division, B denotes multiplication, C denotes addition, D denotes subtraction, then what will be the value of the expression given below? So this is going to be 12, B denotes multiplication, 13, A denotes division, 3, C denotes addition, and D denotes subtraction. 12 into 13, 352. B is multiplication. A is division. C denotes addition and D denotes subtraction. Bravo, 55, right? This is going to give you 13 into 4, 52, and this one is going to give you 3, 52 plus 3, which is 55. Okay. Next one looks like a linear arrangement position wala question, right? In a queue, Mr. X is 11th from the top and Mr. V is 39th from the bottom. If Mr. V and Mr. X interchange their positions, Mr. V becomes 48th from the bottom. How many people are there in the queue? A very standard question. Let's see how many of you are able to get it. Lalit has answered. Okay, Lalit. Previous question, everybody answered correctly. So 48 and 11. So 48 plus 11 minus 1, which is going to be 58. Right? So we have a queue where Mr. X is 11th from the top, right? And then we have more people, and then we have Mr. V, and Mr. V is 39th from the bottom. Now, Mr. V and Mr. X, if they interchange their position, that would mean Mr. V will come here and Mr. X will come here now, right? When this happens, Mr. V becomes 48th from the bottom. So we have to only look at the arrows which, when combined, when they are clubbed, they cover the entire queue. So can we say these are the two arrows that will combine and cover the entire queue? This is not helping us anyways. So 39th useless tha. Okay. So can we say the position over here is 11th from the top and 48th from the bottom? So how many positions are there? 48 plus 11 minus 1. Why minus 1? Because this position has been counted twice. जब 48th बोलते हैं तब भी, and when we say 11th, then also. We have counted that position twice, but we are supposed to count it only once. So that's why we subtract that position once. You get 58. Right? Good. Shubh, Naman, Aman Mishra, Sumedh. Okay, next question. Meanwhile, you guys can just give us the like that we really want. It will hardly take a second. Click on that like button. Aane do like ko. Come on, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. सबने नहीं करा. I see more people, but likes कम है. So study the given pattern carefully and select the number that can replace the question mark. क्या चल रहा है? Are they related horizontally? Are they related vertically? So this is not your typical matrix where a question mark is given and you need to find out the sequence, because in those calculations what generally happens is you do certain operation on two values, it results in the third one. So here operation nahi ho raha hai. What exactly is happening is 9 and 7 they are 8 apart, and 17 and 33 they are 16 apart. 12 and 20 they are 8 apart, and 20 and 36 they are 16 apart. So what we see is that the difference is getting doubled. So 48 has become 80, so that means that's an increase of 32. So we need to have an increase of 64. 64 can increase, 80 plus 64 will result in 144. In case somebody did not get this, this is what is happening. So vertically they are in AP, the three numbers. Not the basic standard AP, but a second level AP, as in the differences are in AP. Okay? So everyone has answered it. Naman says gap into 2. Chinmay says they are related both ways. Okay, so 9 and 12. So that is 3 times, and 12 into 48. 12 into 4 is 48. 17 plus 3 is 20. No. 17, 20, 80 won't make sense. So maybe the common difference we can use, right? So gap ka double vertically is the faster one. Okay, 15th. A question very similar to the previous one. 21, B means plus, A means minus, C means division, and D means multiplication. So what will this result in? Plus 3 into 3. Acha. Plus 3 into 3 nahi, plus 3 into 4. Right? So horizontally if I go, it's plus 3 into 4, plus 3 into 4, plus 3 into 4. 36 ka double is 4 times. 36 double is 72, and double of 72 is 144. Right? Okay, yeah, back to this. What will this result in? Delta 28, pretty simple. 24 divided by 8 will result in 3. 3 into 2 will result in 6. 13 minus 6 is going to be 7. 21 plus 7 is going to be 28. Okay, next one. Encoding, decoding. In a code language, if hostel is written as 19, 15, 8, 12, 5, and 20, how will nature be written in the same language? So H is 8th letter. O is your 19th letter. No, 19th, no, sorry. It's going to be 15th. 15th, not 19th. S is going to be your 19th letter. T is going to be your 20th letter. A is going to be your 5th letter. And L is going to be your 12th letter. When we count them from the beginning. You know? So 8 is there, 15 is there, 19 is there, 20 is there, 5 is there, 12 is there. What is happening? So if you look into trios, what you will find is 15 stays put, 8 and 19 they interchange. Similarly, if you look at the next trio, 5 stays put, 12 and 20 they interchange. Going by that logic, because it's a pattern, proper pattern, going by that logic, we will have to find out first of all the positions of the letters here NATURE, right? So we are pretty sure that NAT में और URE में A and R, they are not going anywhere. Now A is your first letter, so 1 is there. R is your 18th letter, so the second last should be 18th. This one says 7 or 17 maybe, there is a typo maybe. This says 19, this says 17, this says 8. ये काफ़ी है हमें figure out करने के लिए कि A is the answer. I really do not need to know what does N stand for, what does T stand for, as in what is the position of the letter U and so on. थोड़ा सा smart खेलेंगे. It's going to be quick. Right? Okay, good. Everyone has answered it correctly. Well, that's all for today. This may have looked like the session got over very quick because the questions, you were able to solve questions pretty quickly. And that's exactly what the level of reasoning in TISSNET is going to be. So I'm glad that most of you were able to solve all the questions. Well, thanks a lot for joining. Before you leave, make sure that you do subscribe and like the video. In the meantime, if anyone is planning to write this year's CAT 2023, so we have just started a batch and we are going to start another batch for 2023 CAT. It's called as comprehensive program. So the things that we provide you with will be a tablet, which will have more than 300 videos, okay, and you will have recorded lectures on that. You will be given classroom sessions where all the concepts and problem solving, everything is discussed, the entire verbal, entire LRDI, all of quant, decision making, critical reasoning, sub discuss hota hai, which is more than 200 hours of classroom sessions. We provide you with more than 75 CAT and OMIT mocks. In your online account, you have got more than 10,000 questions to practice. You will be provided with hard copy books, which you can use for offline study and preparation and practice. We will also help you with your GDPI and VAT preparation. So all of these are available in the comprehensive program. If you want to know more about it, the link to this is given in the description below. And on 18th of February at 7 p.m., in order to enroll into the previous program that we just discussed, we are bringing you a scholarship test wherein you can avail up to 90% scholarship. We have provided over 1 crore rupees of scholarship to our more than 27,000 students. Okay, so please remember that you can write this scholarship at 7 p.m. on 18th of February. And today evening at 7 p.m., Mr. Srinivas is going to take a session where he's going to discuss how to manage your CAT preparation or MBA preparation in general with your job as well as studies. And he's going to also help you with what should be your test taking strategy. When you write an exam, when you write a mock, it's not about how much you know. It's more about how you are going to attempt the paper. Okay. So for that, you can register for this particular session because we have got limited seats. The link for this registration is also given in the description below. And from today onwards, we have started our All India Open Mock for MAH CET 2023. So it will end on 19th of February. So the window date is for 9 days. It will help you with the real MAH CET experience and you will know your strengths and weaknesses. You will be provided with the proper solution. So please hurry and register for this MAH CET exam. So you can follow us on Instagram. You can like our Facebook page, which is BYJU'S Exam Prep MBA. You can join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S Exam Prep for MBA. And you can download our app also for free from Google Play. The link to all of this is given in the description of the video. So thank you for joining. I'll see you guys again next time. And I hope I have cleared all your doubts, whatever